Ready?
Yep. G'day, welcome to today in LCA. We have a minute or two we haven't figured out yet. I'm Brett James, this
and
is
I'm
Sarah.
Jermaine.
Yep.
And my God, we're going to have to do this really quick. I saw Bedale this morning in his tie-dye shirt.
Keynote?
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
And really long though.
Yeah, it was.
And it was very get off my lawn-ish.
Like half of it was more of him talking about what he'd done previously. Previously with Bedale. He had
And I'm okay with that, because newbies need to know that sort of stuff, because a few didn't know who he was.
I loved his rocket stuff. They were cool.
Yes.
Like how he fitted it in that tiny rocket and then and no explosions really, so.
No, that's fine.
So that was cool. What did you see after that?
I then went to the mobile FOSS intro.
Mm-hmm.
So they were talking about the mesh networks and the phones that you can use for the Borg-Tel network, I think it was.
Borg-Tel? A Serval, was it? Or?
Yeah, it was part of Serval, so to be able to make a giant network out of all the phones in disaster areas and all that sort of stuff. So that was pretty cool. What did you say?
I was going to say with that thing as well, like they can get up to 300 metres with that Serval stuff. I'm like, that's crazy with your mobile phones. After that, I saw Open Art and Creation Tools in the multimedia room. I spent a bunch of time there. They were talking about different formats, the popular software, like you've got your blenders and all that kind of thing, but they had other things such as Cake 3D, Art of Illusion, Make Human, which is a bit like Poser back in the day.
Yeah, and I love Poser.
Poser's so fun.
It'll be good to be able to jump into that sort of thing, and I miss Blender, so it sort of got me riled up to get back into 3D.
I think that's a big thing about LCA. It sort of gives you all these cool ideas and you've got to write it down and do it later.
So many projects, and that one rule, don't take up too many projects. I think I've already signed up for 2.
Yeah. I had a quick look at GStreamer. They had a talk there with Tim Ansell had a really good talk. He started off, it was all command line driven, so he started off playing video, playing MP3s, but then he added like an old school effect to the videos.
Yeah.
And then it had like a melted screen effect, ripples.
How was that ASCII art though? That was pretty cool.
That's pretty bad.
Once you get it big enough, I think you'd be able to see the videos fairly well.
Yeah.
But he outputted a lot of good stuff, so it's interesting to see that just from command line alone you can put out a lot of things.
Yeah, I was pretty happy.
Yeah. So then I went to the HTML5 accessibility browser mini-conf talk with Sylvia Pfeiffer, and she was awesome. She was just showing how you can put closed caption subtitles onto videos and through just a web browser, and mostly Chrome at the moment, but the different sort of subtitles that you can have, like you can have it to the left or you can have it to the right, you can have it scrolling, you can have it in a karaoke fashion, so it'd be cool to have that sort of bouncing ball thing going on, I reckon. And have a couple of SingStar games while we're at it.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I'd like that.
Yeah.
We had a podcast thing. Like, that's kind of meta to talk about a podcast during a podcast, isn't it?
Podcast during a podcast.
Yeah. So Sherry did a really good thing there. She does the MySQL database podcast. She's done like 125, so I'm like, whoa, congrats to you.
No, she's done really, really well. And she mentioned some ones that I listen to all the time, like the Coverville one and the This Week in Tech. So it was really eye-opening because I didn't realise how much work actually goes into podcasting, and it made me really want one of those Zooms. Badly.
It got mentioned twice. It was like
that many people want one and have one, and want one.
They're very popular because they save your butt so many times.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. That was pretty cool, but we don't have time to go through it all.
Well, no, unfortunately. So I, after that, went to Pia Ward's mixing with Foss talk, and she was talking about how she grabs like sound bites from everywhere, especially from SoundCloud.
Is that the one where she played 9 Inch Nails and stuff?
Yes, my God, I love 9 Inch Nails because they did an open source project, and well, not open source, but a Creative Commons project, and released everything for free, and she's just sampled a lot of the stuff, and she did a fantastic job. So she's on SoundCloud. And I think that's a good little project for her. It's a bit different to the open government stuff that she does. So. Yeah.
No, it's good. I guess we should move on. Did you have any other ones?
No, I decided that it started spitting with rain, so I slowly started walking back to Res. And Res is pretty cool. I'm liking it. Bed's a bit hard, but
so
playing too much.
Like in terms of times at LCA, like it's what time is it now?
It is now 7:16.
So it's only barely wrapping up. Some people are going to get some food. I was just going to quickly mention my favourite talk was the Firefox OS demo. They basically they had dudes come in and they had like hardware to demo it on. I was like, oh.
You were having a bit of a nerdgasm.
I was. Crystal had to come back there and pull me out of it. It was just, I was getting too deep into it. So.
Yeah.
It was fantastic to sort of network with them though, and they, like some people would be going, oh, does it support ad hoc? And you're like, I don't know, let's try it out.
And they had hardware to show it on too, because when you go to talks and that sort of thing at a more formal conference, they don't have the hardware. They just go, well, this is what we did, and
we think it'll work fine.
Yeah, exactly, but here they actually have the hardware to prove that they're working on it, and I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, any other bits before we wrap up? We've sort of hit our 2-minute limit a while ago, didn't we?
We hit it a long time ago.
We'll refine it as we go.
Exactly. So we'll be back tomorrow, and I think we'll have another wrap up. And tomorrow's another day of mini comps, and I'm looking forward to it.
I think we start off at 9 o'clock for the keynote, and it's another full-on day.
Exactly.
All right. Well, see you later.
Thanks.